Okay, so the first book I'm going to tell you about is called How Are You Feeling Today? You might have seen this book because lots of school libraries have got it, or you might even have it at home. But it's a book that helps us cope with feelings because it gives us ideas about different things we could try doing when we feel different emotions. Because we can't help what we feel. Emotions, everybody has emotions. They're normal. They're part of being a human being. But we can choose how we behave when we feel in any particular way. So this book comes in handy because it gives you ideas of what you can do when you feel different emotions. So let me show you how the book is laid out. So it has a contents page. Obviously, I had to think really hard about which emotions to include in this book because there are so many, but the ones I decided on were happy, angry, bored, worried, sad, excited, grumpy, scared, quiet, jealous, embarrassed and shy. And as you can see, some of these are feelings that are enjoyable or comfortable, and some of them are uncomfortable and unenjoyable, so I included both. So what you do is you get to the contents page and you decide how you might be feeling, and then it tells you which page to go to. So if, for example, you were feeling happy, you would go to page 6, and on page 6 it gives you some ideas of what you could do when you're feeling happy. So it could be, see if you can make yourself laugh, start by pretending and see if it becomes real. You might get some funny looks. Make a list or draw pictures of food, places or people or other things that make you happy, like eating chocolate cake or flying a kite. Make someone else happy by telling them how special they are, which would be a nice thing to do. Or hum, whistle, sing at the top of your voice. And there's some other ideas on this page as well. So that's if you were feeling happy. But as I say, it hasn't just got comfortable feelings in it. It's also got uncomfortable or unenjoyable feelings in it. So for example, if you were feeling sad, you could find someone who usually makes you happy and sit next to them. You could find a cosy and comfortable place and have a really big cry, because we always feel better after a big cry. We could do something kind for someone else. Nice thing to do, that might cheer us up. Or daydream about something you're looking forward to. So these are all ideas of things you could do when you feel sad. So, as to what I thought I could get you to do as a task, if you felt like doing it, as I said, I couldn't decide which emotions to include in that book because there are so many. So what I thought was, supposing I wrote another book, How Are You Feeling Today too, and I put some different emotions into that book, what would I put as suggestions for what you could do when you felt the following feelings? So for example, disappointed. That's an uncomfortable feeling. So I thought, for an example, you could pull a really disappointed face and try and make it look even more disappointing. Or you could think of something you're excited about, which might make you feel a bit more able to get over the disappointment. Another emotion I thought you could include in book number 2 is feeling proud, which can be quite a positive emotion or a comfortable one. And I thought you could tell 3 different people about what it was that made you feel proud to celebrate it. Or you could make yourself a rosette. That's a nice idea. So, another one, guilty, another uncomfortable emotion. And I thought perhaps as 2 suggestions for that, you could be determined not to do whatever it was that made you feel guilty. Or you could think about where in your body you feel guilt. I think I feel guilt sort of in my throat, actually, maybe a bit in my tummy. It's always a good thing to think, where am I feeling that emotion inside my body? Another emotion I thought you could include in book 2 would be feeling lonely, another uncomfortable emotion. And I thought you could make a card for a friend. That might cheer you up to remind you have got friends even though you're feeling lonely. Or you could ask if you could phone a cousin or an aunt or nanny or granddad just to help with that feeling of loneliness. And the last one I thought was surprised. So you could mark your surprise out of 10, 10 being you were completely surprised and had no idea it was coming, whatever it was, or maybe 5 for it wasn't that surprising. Or you could think of something that would surprise someone else. So if you think of any extra ideas for those emotions of what you could suggest to someone when they're feeling each of these, then maybe draw a picture or write them down. I'd love to hear the ideas.